It's my curse.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably, of course, sorry.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a...
The secrets of the mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few simple words. Oh, but why must the listener grow weary whenever I begin?
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just... How's the situation?
The water has changed. I was only out there a short...
Where was he when you found...
The abandoned zone.
Closer than I thought.
Locking the door was
Well, I did try to...
It would probably work.
It's... Want some tea?
Not...
Fine,
Might as well.
Linny, are you okay? Are you
My hands...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler. Fremine?
He'll be fine, but...
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us? The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went...
Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
Yeah.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
awake?
Lenny... Lynette...
We're all here.
The infirmary. How do you feel?
Travel... the sea! There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shit.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. Pipes... Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. Where could Master Child be?
Frost is coming! Pear!
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Pear!
This is where the water starts. Okay. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural, person must have left them. And recently. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
Miss Clarin?
Miss Cloran?
You're still too weak.
Miss Lynette is right.
A guest?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Linny?
No, please go on without me.
Linny.
The logical part of.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you.
Thank you.
Time to act.
Excuse me.
I take it, Mr.
Of course.
I've been expecting.
I wanted to check.
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind.
All right.
Well,
Of course. But I'm not partial to the word. Where should I. No.
you managed.
They came here with ulterior motives. Initially, I thought Linny suggested. Of course, I'm also quite.
So you were.
You make it sound like the Forbidden Zone.
Are the rumors?
Why would you put it like
Oh, right.
me, of course? As a champion, do.
And saving.
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit, that's not something. All I need to prove.
But.
You make it compelling.
Yeah,
Even if the truth may not be pleasant. Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Rise.
It seems. Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or. Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. What a huge...
There are 3 set. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back?
What? Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking? Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less the temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me over the past few...
The concentration...
And that is precisely the problem. Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the Primordial Sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the Primordial Sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in this...
But that's just too weird!
Your expression tells me you think this might... It's just that the secret... There's no single... When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. And so, as the number of exiles in the Hydro Archon and with that, but as time went on, once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, now and again...
But now you know every part of...
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. To be frank, prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go some... This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing.
Wait, Jurier, he's not...
Huh?
No need to panic.
What? After you warned us...
I'm skeptical.
The results speak for...
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under... Good. Edwin's main...
You...
Gotta admit,
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also...
Ooh, are they together?
See? Everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
if I dated her, I'd officially be madder than.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge... This is also a production zone that Paimon's never...
How much do you know? Well, then maybe you have... According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and so the moment
Were you inspired by the
maybe. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking. Seems like you're good. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh,
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great.
Yeah! Skyward!
We're back!
Welcome back.
How can you be so...
While I was sedated,
Must have been Rise.
yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to...
Yeah, he explained.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah,
Nobody else is around.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself three... Firstly, why was...
Ooh.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, I spent quite a long time thinking about this. What's more, as long as the fortress doesn't... If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the...
You're super.
If Risley does... I don't have...
I can't believe it.
Meant to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember...
Or perhaps he didn't know.
Yeah, that the two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything, though you may...
You have...
Thank you for protecting...
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch...
Yeah! Skyward!
It's time for dinner. Well,
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner too, Missy?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on...
Me too.
No problem.
So delicious. Paimon's so
Feeling full yet? How's...
delicious.
Siege Dream? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really... Really? You're... Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Oh, that, thankfully. Although the path was... Oh, and I was...
You were all super considerate.
Oh. Get a good night's rest.
If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop a while at one's abode for some repose and conversation.
Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter!
So much has happened. Paimon just feels Paimon's super sleepy. Delicious.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? What? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Skyward!
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey! What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey! What? What's wrong with these people? They won't even...
They're here! Yeah! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here, especially. Lafaroon was saying.
Wait, weren't you the.
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get a.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
They're here.
Just like I said.
We have it!
You're just in time. But be ready. One.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina. and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Look! There are a ton of Fatui and Palemir mo-
Are you two the Traveler and Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained the should be a...
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course! How could they not attend a meeting such...
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have it?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share. I wonder how he's doing nowadays.
Since we're...
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvilette. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvilette. Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know,
well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that...
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because...
And where did he go? The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely? Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as...
Hold on. The water in the teacup is
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next...
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. The tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I would.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
We made it.
I figured you would have at least brought...
Shouldn't you have gotten...
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well,
I was under the
That was... anyway, you've still got...
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly.
I must say, Miss Farina. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying?
At this point, I don't think there's any yet. The prophecy's hanging above our necks like... But you...
You're wrong.
I am not alone. Oh, great.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Fontaine
Then I ask you...
I
see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster? Oh, that...
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique, and what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years? So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those... You too, Pi.
Thank you. Paimon will take...
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before...
Paimon's coming too!
Propagate!
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse.
That's what Paimon thought!
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there. and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Lenny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meropide.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has— Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting some—
Do you require help with any prep—
No need. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this—
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. In fact—
Who are you?
The fear in her— I left the scene not long after. There's no doubt. I have to—
Yes, Father.
My dear child.
News from the Fortress of—
Probably the— I'm afraid this is a good— set up a meet— Oh!
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's— the initiative.